Hello, lovelies. It's Carrie Mulhern, and I thought I would come on today and talk a little bit about Dr. Wayne Dyer and why I'm so obsessed with him. I post a lot about him, celebrate his birthdays. I've been posting Wayne Dyer Wednesdays since 2015, so I thought I'd talk about why. There's certain people that can just change your life, and he is one of those. And I know that he's done it for so many people, and I just thought I'd share my experience. So I have known about him since I was a child. My mom used to watch him on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson when he came out with Your Erroneous Zones. And I was too young to really know what that meant, but there was, kind of a dynamic personality from him, and I did pick up on that as a kid. When I got older and he started to do the PBS shows, I used to watch those, and he was just always so insightful, and the things that he spoke about just really resonated with me. As I grew even older, I started reading his books, and they just hit me. They just touched me. They just reminded me of things, ways that I wanted to live. So, and he was teaching about manifesting and the power of your mind, what, you get what you think about, all of that stuff. And he was actually the first thing that I manifested. So I was thinking, I found out that he had a radio show, so I was listening to him quite a bit on Hay House Radio. He opened up so many other authors and brilliant people and brilliant readings and everything just from listening to his show. And I was thinking one day, I really would love to meet him. That would be so cool if I could meet him. And that day, there was an offering from Hay House where he was going to be the keynote speaker at their conference in Houston, which is 3 hours from where I live. So I thought, wow, okay. I just thought about it, and there it is. So of course I signed up, and I wanted to see him. And the uh, the day of the conference, I was driving up to Houston, and I was just thinking on the way, I'd like to talk in my car, kind of talk to my spirit team in my car, and I was just, kind of praying and kind of talking about how I wanted things to go. I wanted to have a wonderful experience. I wanted to meet him. I wanted to meet him in person, and I had never been to one of these events before, so I was expecting that there would be some sort of book signing or something. But I could see myself. I could have envisioned me talking to him, shaking his hand, telling him, what a difference he made in my life. So I'm driving up there thinking about it, feeling great. So I get there, and the hotel that I went to, I just happened to pick it randomly, but it ended up being the hotel that Hay House had booked for all their authors. So everybody was staying there, but I didn't know that when I had made the reservation. So it was just one of those synchronicities. So the next morning, he was to speak, and I went, and I go into the auditorium, and you could sit wherever you wanted to, and I was just happy to be there. And I kind of went in midway, and I found a seat where I could see the stage, but I wasn't like super close. So as I was sitting down, a woman in a walker and the usher came in, and he said to her, "Oh, there's seats in the front row if you want to go there." She's like, "Oh, no, 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 this is fine with me." And I'm like, interesting synchronicity that I happen to overhear this. So I said, "Excuse me, like, there's seats out down there?" And he said, "Yes, yes." So I walked down there, and dead center stage, seat right there. So I said to the lady next to me that was sitting there, I said, "Is the seat taken?" And she's like, "Oh, well, we've been waiting for you." So I sat down, and I had a whole bunch of new friends. The His speech was absolutely spectacular, of course. He was giving away books at the end, so I was able to grab a book from him, so I got to shake his hand that way. But it wasn't exactly what I had envisioned in my head. I thought, well, this isn't quite it. Like, I got to do that, and he wasn't doing a book signing afterwards either. So that was it. Like, we did that, and I got to watch a whole bunch of other authors speak, got to meet some of them. Again, had my new friends there. And one of the ladies that was sitting next to me, turns out she was staying at the same hotel as me. So I said, "Hey, if you want, I can drive back to the hotel, and we can meet in the morning and try and get here early for the second day of events." And that's what we decided to do. So the next morning, we decided to meet in a small little cafe at the um, near the lobby of the in the hotel, and we went sat down for breakfast, had our little bagels and coffee, and she's looking over at the elevator, and she goes, "Oh, there he is." It was it was Dr. Dyer coming off the elevator. So he stopped and talked to a couple people, and then he came up, was walking past us, and kind of looked up. I said, "Dr. Dyer, do you mind if I take a picture with you?" And he's like, "Of course, let's do it." And he was wonderful and gracious and loving, and I got to shake his hand, and I got a kiss from him, and I was babbling because I was just, everything you think you're going to say, but when you meet somebody that you that you really care about, sometimes it comes out really, really awkward. But he was fantastic. I got my picture with him, and it happened. What I had wanted manifested. It was him. I got to meet him. And what was so unique about meeting him was feeling an aura for the first time. I mean, strong. I mean, filled the room. It was so overwhelming, his presence. It was nothing I had ever experienced, and nothing I have ever experienced since. And I don't mean this to be over the top, but that meeting felt like some sort of initiation. It was like, you're part of this now, like, in a way, that this love that he gives out, this message of just, you know, how to be, uh, not how to be a good person, but just how to live in this world, and give, and a giving person, and a good person, and a kind person, and have a kind heart. And I felt that, and it was just very impactful, very, very meaningful to me. And then 2 years later, he passed on to spirit. And when that day that happened, the day that the news came out about it, just before I found out about it, he popped into my head. I thought about him. He was there. He was in my mind for well, I know why, but he was in my mind, and I was thinking about him. And then I sat down on my couch, and I popped open my phone, and then I saw it on Facebook that he had passed. So I knew before I knew. So that was something about that, again, that just, touched my heart. And from that moment, that's when I started doing Wayne Dyer Wednesdays, because I wanted to keep his message going. I knew others would. Of course, his family does. And, so he has touched so many lives. Most of the people that I know on Instagram that I'm close with, the reason we connected is because of something with him, either something I posted or something they posted or something about him that kind of brought us together. So I've met so many people through him, indirectly, but because of him. And I've learned about so many different beautiful authors and artists and people because of him, because of his teachings. His books are phenomenal. If you listen to any of his recordings, they're wonderful. Everything is timeless. um, Power of Intention. Um, I can see clearly now. Thinking of the books, there's just so many of them. Just definitely check him out. You will absolutely love him like I do, and I just wanted you to know why. So I'm grateful to him. Always will be. Always will be putting out his teachings, because they mean so much, and I know that they help heal the planet. So anyway, love you all, and love him. Bye.